International Crimes Tribunal directs prosecution to submit investigation report by February 9 against 41 accused including Obaidul Qadir in case of crimes against humanity during July month uprising. Next hearing on December 10 in case of crime against humanity against Hanif and 3 others for killing of 6 people in Kushtia during July month uprising. Begum Khaleda Zia's physical condition remains unchanged. Treatment continues based on advice of medical board comprising both domestic and foreign doctors. On December 10, BTV and Betar to record Chief Election Commissioner's speech regarding election schedule, informs Election Commission Senior Secretary. Jamaat Islami meets Election Commission, demands to deploy BGB and Army at polling centres to ensure fair election. Government takes all kinds of preparations to hold 13th parliamentary elections in a free, fair and neutral and festive environment, says Home Advisor. Law advisor urges expatriates to be cautious of rumors regarding mobile phone registration and bringing mobile phones into the country. Moscow welcomes United States national security strategy, new US plan in line with Russia's global perspective, says Kremlin. And in India, Bangladesh beat Austria by 5-4 goals in Youth Hockey World Cup and secure 17th place. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to news at 10 p.m. on BTV News. I'm Urbi Islam with you tonight. You just heard the headlines. Now moving on to the details. The International Crimes Tribunal 1 has directed the prosecution to submit the investigation report by 9 February in the Crimes Against Humanity case filed against Obaidul Qadir, several former ministers and state ministers, and a total of 41 accused over the killings committed during the July month uprising. Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam disclosed this information today while briefing reporters at the tribunal. 17 individuals, including former ministers and state ministers of the ousted Army League government, have been produced before the tribunal in the case filed over crimes against humanity committed during the killings in the July uprising. They are produced today before the 3-member Tribunal 1 headed by Justice Ghulam Murtuza Mujumdar. The accused include former ministers Anisul Haq, Dr. Deepu Moni, Ghulam Dastagir Ghazi, Amir Hussain Amu, Farooq Khan, Kamal Ahmed Mujumdar, Kamrul Islam, Abdur Razak, Shahjahan Khan, Rashid Khan Menon, Hassanul Haq Inu, Zunat Ahmed Polok, former MP Sulaiman Salim, former Justice AHM Shamsuddin Chaudhry Manik, former Home Secretary Jahangir Alam, and advisors to the ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Tawfiq Ilahi Chaudhry and Salman F. Rahman. The prosecution has submitted several formal charges against Salman F. Rahman, Anisul Haq and Junaid Ahmed Paluk. Meanwhile, witness testimony is ongoing in the case against Hassanul Haq Inu. Earlier on 15 October, in a separate case, the tribunal had instructed that the investigation report against Obaidul Qadir and 45 others be submitted by today after completing the probe. During the briefing, Chief Prosecutor Tajul Islam said that the prosecution will soon receive the investigation report concerning crimes against humanity involving the killings committed during the July uprising in the case against Obaidul Qadir and 6 others. Meanwhile, International Crimes Tribunal 2 headed by Justice Nazrul Islam Chaudhry set December 10 for next hearing in case of crimes against humanity against Mahbubul Alam Hanif and 3 others for killing of 6 people in Kushtia during July month uprising. Advocate Fazlur Rahman has been exempted from the contempt of court charge by International Crimes Tribunal 1 after he offered an unconditional apology. The 3-member Tribunal 1 led by Justice Ghulam Murtuza Mujumdar granted the exemption today after Advocate Fazlur Rahman appeared before the court in person and sought an unconditional apology. Earlier on November 23, after he made derogatory remarks about the tribunal and its judicial process on a private television channel. The tribunal ordered Fazlur Rahman to appear in person today and provide an explanation. Later, while briefing journalists, Advocate Fazlur Rahman's lawyer stated that he offered an unconditional apology out of respect for the court. Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam said during the briefing that everyone should be cautious when making comments about the court. The fourth day of appeal hearings is underway against the High Court verdict that repealed the 15th Amendment to the Constitution. Today, the hearing is being presented by the lawyer representing Muhammad Mufazzal Hussain, a resident of Nauga. Earlier on November 13, the Appellate Division of the Supreme Court granted leave to appeal against the High Court verdict that declared several provisions of the 15th Constitutional Amendment, including the abolition of the caretaker government system, illegal. On 2nd of December, BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir became a party to the appeal filed against the High Court ruling. BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia's physical condition remains unchanged. Meanwhile, the executive director of Hazrat Shahjalan International Airport Group Captain SM Raghib Samad has said that the air ambulance rented for Begum Zia from the Germany-based FAI Aviation Group will land in Dhaka on Tuesday morning. However, even though permission has been granted for the air ambulance to arrive, whether Khaleda Zia will be able to travel to London depends entirely on her physical condition. Her personal physician, Dr. AZM Jahid Hussain, has also stated that no decision can be made without an assessment by the medical team. A source involved in decision regarding her treatment and potential travel abroad said that after monitoring her condition, doctors have decided to delay the possible travel date by another 2 days, as the risks of a long journey are still significant. A source close to the medical board formed for Khaleda Zia's treatment said that 4 of her vital organs, diabetes-related complications, kidneys, heart and lungs, are fluctuating. Because of this uncertainty, the possible date for taking her abroad has been repeatedly changed. The BNP initially said December 5, then December 7, and later announced December 9 as the next tentative day. However, the final decision now depends entirely on the doctor's latest evaluation. The Chief Election Commissioner CEC's speech ahead of the upcoming 13th National Parliament election and referendum will be recorded on December 10 for broadcast on Bangladesh Television, BTV and Bangladesh Betar. Senior Secretary of the Election Commission, EC Secretariat Akhtar Ahmed, shared the information during a briefing at the Nirbachon Bhavan at Agargaon in the capital today. EC on Monday sent a letter to BTV and Bangladesh Betar instructing them to record the CEC's speech. The letter stated, on the occasion of the 13th National Parliament election and referendum, the Chief Election Commissioner will address the nation. The Chief Election Commissioner's speech will be broadcast simultaneously on Bangladesh Television and Bangladesh Betar. It also directed BTV to prepare a recording team to be sent to the EC Secretariat immediately after receiving confirmation of the recording schedule and to take necessary measures for broadcasting the speech at the designated time. At the briefing, Senior Secretary of the Election Commission explained that after the announcement of the election schedule, those eligible to vote by postal ballot within the country must register within 15 days. He said government employees and individuals in legal custody must complete their registration within the 15-day window. They will then receive postal ballots at their designated addresses, he added. Bangladesh Jamaat Islami Secretary General Mia Gholam Parwar has said that the nation is waiting for a free, fair and impartial election. Therefore, Border Guard Bangladesh, BGB and the Army must be deployed to ensure security at polling centers for a proper election. He made the remark this morning after a meeting with Chief Election Commissioner AMM Nasiruddin at the Election Commission headquarters at Agargaon in Dhaka today. A 6-member delegation led by Mia Gholam Parwar participated in the meeting with the Election Commission regarding the 13th National Parliamentary election and referendum. Alongside the Chief Election Commissioner, other election commissioners were also present at the meeting. Mia Gholam Parwar further said that they have also demanded the installation of CCTV cameras at polling centers and the recovery of illegal weapons. Home Advisor Lieutenant General retired Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhary said government has taken all necessary preparations to hold upcoming elections in a free, fair and neutral and festive manner. He made the remarks while talking to reporters after a meeting of the Law and Order Advisory Council Committee at the Secretariat today. Chief Advisor Special Assistant Mohammad Khoda Baksh Chaudhary, Senior Secretary Nasimul Goni and heads of various law enforcement agencies were present at the meeting. The Home Advisor said that an adequate number of law enforcement personnel will be deployed to maintain law and order during the election. On-duty police officers will be equipped with body-worn cameras and all necessary members of law enforcement will be on the ground, he added. Jahangir Alam also said that instructions have been issued to ensure uninterrupted electricity supply at every polling centre. Expatriates Welfare and Overseas Employment Advisor Dr. Asif Nazrul has refuted the propaganda being carried out on social media over the mobile phone sets of expatriate workers. He wrote in a post shared on his verified Facebook account today. Revealing the real information in this regard, he said falsehood is being spread on social media that the government has made a new rule that if one brings more than one mobile set from abroad, he or she will have to pay tax. But he said the truth is that during Sheikh Hasina's tenure, expatriate workers could bring only one new set along with their used one. The advisor said if one brings more than two new sets, he or she will have to pay tax only for the extra one. The National Board of Revenue NBR has made this rule by changing the baggage rule to provide facilities to expatriates, he added. However, Dr. Asif Nazrul said these facilities for expatriate workers who have gone abroad with clearance from MBMET, while for others the previous rules remain applicable. Regarding the registration of mobile phone sets of expatriates, he said the real information is that from December 16, anyone who starts using a new mobile phone set will have to register it within 60 days. Acting BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman today urged leaders and activists of Jatiyottabadi Chhatra Dal JCD to remain united and reach out to people at the grassroots to safeguard democracy in the country. He made the call while virtually addressing a discussion titled Plans to Build Bangladesh, organized by the BNP at the Krishibid Institute Auditorium in Dhaka today. Tariq Rahman warned that the upcoming battle would be extremely challenging, saying that if unity is not maintained, something grave may occur. He urged Chhatra Dal leaders and activists to engage with citizens and help them understand and participate in the party's plans to rebuild the country, just as they had mobilized public support during previous movement. He emphasized that no initiative can succeed without the involvement of ordinary people. BNP Senior Joint Secretary General Ruhul Kabir Rizvi presided over the event, while Joint Secretary General Habib Nobi Khan Sohel moderated the discussion. Senior BNP and JCD leaders also spoke on the occasion. For most of the year, the onion market remained stable, but as the year draws to an end, the market has become volatile. Over the past 2 to 3 days, the price of onions has increased by 40 to 50 taka per kilogram. A visit to Karwan Bazar shows that old onions are being sold at 130 taka per kg, while new Murikat onion is selling wholesale for 70 to 80 taka per kg. However, after the announcement on Sunday from the government allowing limited onion imports, prices have begun to fall. Buyers complain that every year around this time, profit-hungry traders deliberately push up onion prices. Under various pretexts, the prices of essential goods are raised, increasing the burden on low and middle-income consumers. Traders say new onion have already begun arriving in the market, and the government decision to resume onion imports has also influenced prices. Sellers claim that price will decrease further in the coming days. Meanwhile, the price of edible oil has increased in the domestic market. The price of bottled soybean oil has been raised by 6 taka per litre, setting the new price at 195 taka per litre. The new rate took effect on Monday. The Bangladesh Vegetable Oil Refiners and Banaspati Manufacturers Association announced the revised price in a press release on Sunday evening. Earlier on 24 November, edible oil traders had raised the price by 9 taka per litre, setting it at 198 taka. However, the Ministry of Commerce objected to that increase. Now, international news.